It's been a few days since I made a video and I was feeling this build up. So about 3-4 days ago, I started feeling this sensation like I was being strangled and this huge pressure pushing down on my shoulders, and then my head feeling like it was blowing up. I felt like something was wrong, and I'd actually paused my IV treatment at the clinic because I was waiting on some test results and the bill was mounting up and I wanted to press pause. So I didn't have my catheter flushed in a week, and they hadn't quite made me aware of how important that was. So anyway, I got to Thursday and I planned to go in and flush it. And I hadn't received any IV. I hadn't been for any IV for a week. And basically the lines were blocked, so she couldn't flush it, and they told me to go back to the person who put it in. So I came out of the clinic and I kept getting that feeling like strangulation, being pushed down. I called the clinic who put it in, and they said Tuesday, and I just said no, I think this is urgent. So they said tomorrow morning. Alright, so I went. I was going to have a healing session. So I went and I got on the table, and about 2 minutes in I just said to Hillary, the healer, I said, can you pass me my phone? And I texted the doctor directly and I said, I think I have a blood clot. He called me straight away and he asked for my symptoms. I told him, and he said, I'm seeing cases that come at the end of the shift, 7:30 p.m. So it was like about 5:36 at that point. And they said, when have you last eaten? We might need to sedate you. It'd been like an hour or so since I'd eaten. And I just had this intuition, actually, not to eat dinner. So I finished the session on the table, and I couldn't completely drop him, but it was still relaxing. And I texted my friend who's come here to sort of be with me. And I said, we're going to the clinic. You got to come with in case I'm sedated. You have to drive me home. So we drove to the clinic and they did ultrasound on my whole neck and arm, and they didn't find any blood clots in my veins, in my neck or my shoulder or my arm. But then I went in for the venous x-ray, which is a kind of angiogram of this whole part of my chest. And essentially, like, the catheter there's a tube that goes in and down all the way into your artery. It's a really long tube, like this long. And this pops up, this image on the screen. And I see a black blob coming out of the bottom of the line. And I see my heart right there and my lungs right there, and it's a massive blood clot on its way coming out the bottom of the line. about to go into my heart or my lungs. And I just said to him, take it out. I don't want it anymore. My body doesn't want it. And he said, well, do you want me to sedate you? And I said, no. I don't like being sedated, anesthetic. So he just said, okay, turn your head to the left. I was lying on the table, and he just ripped the thing out. Started pressing down with this gauze. It felt like someone had stabbed me in the chest, but after a couple of minutes I sat up. He was pressing really hard. And everyone in the operating room was just like, what just happened? And he's so funny. He just said, well, we're too broke for sedation. It costs too much money. It's easier like this. Oh my gosh. My whole mood lifted once it was out of my body. I just got up, I walked right out of the room, picked up my bag. My friend was in the waiting room. I said, let's go. And he was like, what just happened? I was expecting you to be sedated. And I said, no. It was a world of difference. You know, he was saying on the way home in the car just how that was such an instant validation of just listening to my body. Yeah. If I'd waited, that clock could have come out. It could have been really bad. Yeah. You can get help from others, but you're your central meeting point. You are your hub. And no one knows what you need better than you. So, and another interesting thing was I was waiting on this big test, right, to see if I even needed to keep that catheter in. One of the things I was waiting to find out is if I had any circulating tumor cells, which cells that have broken off the tumor and they're in your bloodstream and they can settle somewhere else, create another tumor. But I didn't have that information, and treatment for that would have required this catheter, so I just had to make a decision based on intuition. And then the energy tests you, right? Presents you with a situation where you have to go off gut and go off instinct instead of, brain information. So that was a test, and then the very next morning, 9:40, these results come in, and I'd been waiting almost 4 weeks for them. And of course it came out that I only have one circulating tumor cell. So I didn't need this. I feel like I didn't need it. But my body wanted me to choose her. And that's what I did. Yesterday I felt a lot calmer with it out of me. And yeah. she's very sensitive to interventions or foreign objects in any kind, substance. So I knew she wasn't handling it. She didn't want it in. So let's see what happens next week. But yeah, I'm really enjoying just how powerfully she's communicating with me now. And this bond that we are sinking deeper into. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go on a little road trip now and I'll make another video when I have another download.